Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil anbiya'i wal mursaleen amma ba'du fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. In the name of Allah, the kind, the caring, my dear respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings and mercies of one true God be upon each and every one of you. We thank Allah, we praise Allah that He has given us this opportunity once again in our life, that we are gathered and assembled here in this beautiful masjid to perform our Jummah Salah. We make dua that Allah Almighty accept our this effort and reward each and every one of us immensely and richly. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. My dear respected brothers and sisters, today inshallah I'm just going to share with you some advices that were given by a father to his son. And those advices are loved and liked by Allah Almighty, that Allah Almighty preserved those advices in the Holy Quran till the day of Qiyamah. And not only that, Allah Almighty revealed the entire surah by the name of that father who gave some useful or meaningful advices to his son, how to carry his self, or how to live his life, or what to do or what to not. So Allah Almighty preserved. He was not a prophet according to the majority of the scholars. He was just a pious man or a righteous man, but Allah Almighty preserved his advices in the Holy Quran. I'm talking about Hazrat Luqman. In chapter 16th, Allah Almighty mentioned that وَلَقَدْ آتَيْنَا لُقْمَانَ الْحِكْمَةِ. Indeed, we granted Luqman wisdom. Allah Almighty gifted him with wisdom. And when Allah Almighty gifted him with wisdom, He shared that wisdom to his son. And basically that is not only for his son, that is for each heart that seeks guidance. That is not only for him, but each individual who will come till the day of Qiyamah. Those advices are for each individual who is seeking for guidance, who is seeking a way of life. So he begins with the first advice. وَإِذْ قَالَ لُقْمَانُ لِإِبْنِهِ وَهُوَ يَعِظُهُ يَا بُنَيَّ لَا تُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّ الشِّرْكَ لَظُلْمٌ عَظِيمٌ. Very first advice he gave to his son, he mentioned that, and remember, O my dear son, do not associate any partner with Allah Almighty. This is very first advice that was given by a father to his son. He started his conversation with something which is important, or which is foundation of this Islam, which is the foundation of this deen that we follow, that do not associate any partner with Allah Almighty. Now there are two explanations of this verse. Number one is very obvious, very clear, that do not worship anybody beside Allah Almighty. Do not consider someone worthy of worship beside Allah Almighty. This is very obvious, that is very open, that is very clear explanation, that do not associate anyone with Allah Almighty. But there is another explanation which is usually mentioned from the pious or righteous people, those who have those who have the knowledge of Allah Almighty, those who are close to Allah Almighty. An explanation is that when you put your business, your family members, your wealth, your money, your status first and Allah second, that is called a minor shirk. When we give priority to the material things, when we give priority to our family, our businesses, our wealth, our status, and put Allah as a backup plan, that is called minor shirk. Because nothing is greater than Allah Almighty. Nothing is bigger than Allah Almighty. So most of the time we focus on one thing, that is, okay, I am not worshipping idols, I am not associating anyone or any partner with Allah Almighty, I am not worshipping anyone beside Allah Almighty, but on the other hand, we are putting this material things, or we putting this world first and Allah as a backup plan. And that is what that is what Allah Almighty mentioned in the Holy Quran through Hazrat Luqman, that do not associate anyone physically or spiritually. Do not associate anyone with Allah Almighty. We have to give first priority to Allah Almighty. We have to give first priority to our Creator, our Cherisher, our Nourisher, and every single thing apart from this comes after. Everything else is after. First priority goes to Allah Almighty. So this is the very first advice that Hazrat Luqman gave to his son, but that is not directly to his son, that is for each individual who will come till the day of Qiyamah. And then, my brothers and sisters, second thing he mentioned to his son, Ya bunayya innaha in taku mithqala habbatin, that Allah sees every single action, no matter how small it is. How he started? He said, "Oh my dear son, even if a deed were the weight of a mustard seed and hidden in a rock, or in the heavens, or in the earth, Allah will bring it on the day of judgment." So my brothers and sisters, here is a question we need to ask ourselves. There are countless wrong actions we commit on a daily basis, thinking that nobody is seeing me. Thinking that, okay, it is hidden from my parents. It is hidden from my family members. It is hidden from the people. Nobody watching me, nobody seeing me, because I am in a dark room. But Allahu Akbar, Hazrat Luqman teaching to his son, guiding him, giving him advice that, oh my son, no matter how small the action is, and doesn't matter you are in a room, place is dark, nobody watching you, nobody is looking at you, there is one person or there is one personality that is watching you, and that is Allah Almighty. And that is something we need to ask ourselves. That is something we need to check ourselves. We are not committing sin publicly, okay, because we are afraid of people. We are afraid that somebody will record us or maybe post on Facebook and expose us. But how many times we do wrong actions and commit sin privately, we cannot hide ourselves from Allah Almighty. Because we believe in Allah Samiul Basir, Allah is all hearing, Allah is all watching. No matter what. There is one personality who is always watching you, who is always well aware of your actions, well aware of your intentions. What is going on in your heart, what is going on in your mind. He is well aware of that. And in this verse, when Hazrat Luqman was talking to his son, the word of this verse is Aw fis samawati aw fil ard. Even that small action you are committing in the sky or in the earth, wherever you go and you committing that wrong action, it's not hidden from Allah Almighty. So that was his second advice that he gave to his son, my brothers and sisters. that before you commit any wrong action or any sin, think in your heart, think in your mind that Allah Almighty is well aware of my action. Allah Almighty is well aware of my activities, and I or you will get reward according to our actions, whether it is good or bad. So this was second, advice that Hazrat Luqman gave to his son. And these advices, as I mentioned, were such meaningful advices or liked or loved by Allah Almighty that Allah Almighty mentioned in the Holy Quran. Now Hazrat Luqman is not a prophet, but Allah still decided to mention these verses, these advices in the Holy Quran just to benefit the people. These were two advices. Then again, my brothers and sisters, the third advice that Hazrat Luqman gave to his son was, Ya Baniya Aqimis Salah. O my son, O my dear son, establish the prayer. Establish the namaz. And I always mention, look, if we want to meet Prime Minister or President or someone who is higher than us in a status, someone you cannot go and directly meet them, you have to either make appointment or to involve third person who can carry you to that individual. Isn't it, right? But look at how merciful Allah Almighty is. Allah is greater than PM, Prime Minister or superpower is Allah Almighty. And if you want to talk to Allah Almighty, if you want to meet to Allah Almighty, you don't need to make any appointment. Just establish the prayer. Just establish your 5-time namaz, and that is the best way to meet Allah Almighty. And that is the best way to communicate with Allah Almighty. Because what we say in Surah Al-Fatiha, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ya Allah, you alone we worship, you alone we seek for help. Anything you need in your life, anything you want to achieve in your life, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ya Allah, you alone we seek for help. Because you know what we need or what we don't. Ya Allah, you alone know what is beneficial for us, what is not beneficial for us. That is the best way to communicate with Allah Almighty. And then if you are trying your best to do much good actions, but you are failed in your mission, you are not able to do much good actions, you are not able to establish your prayer, you are not able to do good actions which are liked or loved by Allah Almighty, you are just keep failing in your mission. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Ya Allah, guide us to the path which is liked by you, to the straight path, to sirat al-mustaqim. That is another best way of communication to Allah Almighty, with Allah Almighty. So this is Hazrat Luqman advising and teaching his son, oh my dear son, this is my advice to you, that establish your 5-time namaz. Any problem you have, any difficulties you have, no matter what going on in your life, namaz come first. Because if you feel that by not praying namaz you will be successful, then maybe you are just fooling yourself, or maybe I fooling myself. No one can become a successful person without Allah Almighty. No one can become a successful person without the help of Allah, without the guidance of Allah, without the assistance of Allah Almighty. And that is what Hazrat Luqman teaching to his son. My son, oh my dear son. That can be a great advice from a father to his son. You know, nowadays we encourage our children or advise our children about our businesses. You know, my son, you have to make sure everything is going well. You have to maintain this property. You have to manage this business. I mean, again, nothing wrong Islamically. You can teach your children, you can guide them, you can encourage them to look after you, to look after your affairs, your matters, your businesses. But very first thing as a parents As a father, as a mother, as a big brother, we should advise to our younger or even ourselves is to establish our namaz. And then further this, Aqimis salah wa'mur bil ma'ruf wa annahu anil munkar. And oh my dear son, encourage people towards something which is good, which is recommended, which is liked and loved by Allah Almighty, and forbid them about something which is disliked by Allah Almighty or which is evil. My brothers and sisters, we need to ask this question to ourselves as a parents. How many times we tell our children that, oh my dear son, yes, you are doing very good in school, you putting your effort to pass your exam, you are putting your effort to get this job and that job, but how many times we tell our children or we encourage them, my dear son, establish your 5-time namaz, no matter what. How many times we tell our children that, oh my dear son, oh my dear daughter, encourage people about something which is good, forbid about something that is evil. And this is something that is something, we need to understand, we need to think about it. Hazrat Luqman did not advise him about business or about worldly thing. He advising him about something which is beneficial on the day of judgment, which is fruitful, which is meaningful on the day of judgment. So this is something we need to instill in children's minds, that God's come first, everything else is second. Allah come first. The commandments of Allah Almighty comes first, and then every single thing will follow you. We think success is in businesses or in money or wealth or fame or status without leaving Allah Almighty, but it is other way around. When you follow Allah, everything follow you. When you follow the commandments of Allah Almighty, when you submit yourself in front of Allah Almighty, every single thing follow you. This is the attitude believer have to adopt in their life if we want to become successful. So this was another advice. Perform your namaz and encourage people towards something which is good and forbid them about something which is evil. Wasbir ala ma asabak. And oh my dear son, if any challenge or difficulty or problems come in your life, have sabr. Anything befalls you, any challenge you face in your life, any difficulty or problems comes in your life, have this belief that there is someone who controlling my affair. I always mention, look, the one who has created you, he is well aware of your situation than me or you. The one who has created me knows me better than anybody else. But most of the time, 99% we go to people and ask them, okay, I have this problem, I have this difficulty in my life, help me, help me. But on the other hand, we are neglecting Allah Almighty. Any problem, any difficulties, any challenges comes in your life, very first thing you're supposed to do is come to your Lord. Ya Allah, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Ya Allah, guide me. Ya Allah, guide me. Ya Allah, help me. Ya Allah, I need you. We need to talk to our Lord the way we talk to our friends. We think our friend will be always there. We think our family will be always there for us. We think our businesses, our money or our wealth, our status will be always there for us. No, my dear respected brothers and sisters. The only personality will be always with you till your last breath or even after that, that is Allah Almighty. After your demise, your family members, every single thing will leave us. Who we are going to meet with, who we are going to face to, only Allah. Sometimes maybe your friends, your family members, they may even forget you after 10 years, 15, 20, But there is only one Qul huwallahu ahad. There is one personality, my brothers and sisters, we need in our life no matter what. Even in our grave and after that stage, even on the day of judgment, we need Allah Almighty. So why shouldn't we put that personality first? Why shouldn't we focus? Why shouldn't we reconnect ourselves with Allah Almighty? Then it is too late. So my brothers and sisters, there are many things to discuss, but we always believe that we should discuss something small that people can carry, something short but people can carry and implement in their life. And these are the words of the Holy Quran. And I believe that words of the Holy Quran always have a great impact on people's life. These are not the advice. These advices are not given by any ordinary man. That is such an extraordinary person that is mentioned in the Holy Quran by Allah Almighty. So these advices, my brothers and sisters, I think we need to implement in our life. The advices started first, Tawheed, oneness of Allah Almighty, keep Allah first, and then everything else. And then establish your 5-time namaz, no matter what. Leave your business for 10 minutes, come to Allah Almighty, because the one who has given you, the one who has provided you that business can take away within a second. Right? So we should not take anything for granted. If Allah Almighty has blessed you with money, with health, with status, with business, with car, with house, come to Allah Almighty and thank Allah Almighty. And then again, another advice that was given by Hazrat Luqman alayhi salatu wasalam, that perform your 5-time namaz and have sabr. If any challenge, if any difficulty, any problem comes in your life, have sabr, have patience. Talk to Allah Almighty, communicate with Allah Almighty, tell Him your problems. Because inna Allah ala kulli shayin qadir. We believe that Allah has control over every single thing. He will look after you. But we need to do one thing, is to have that kind of love with Allah Almighty, that kind of, connection with Allah Almighty. And very simple example, as I mentioned, that if I having problem right now, maybe I will call my best friend, I am passing through this time, difficult time, please help me. I mean, again, we have to live in this dunya, nothing wrong asking for help, nothing wrong for asking for any loan or anything like that. But what I am trying to point out here, that very first thought comes to in our mind should be about Allah Almighty. That Ya Allah, Ya, oh my Creator, oh my Lord, you know what I am passing through. I can't understand you better than the one who has created you. The one who has created you, the one who has given you this life, the one who has given you every single thing in your life. No one know you. No one know you better than your Lord. No one know you better than Allah Almighty. So we must have that strong relationship with Allah Almighty, strong connection with Allah Almighty. I make dua that Allah Almighty accept my few words and Allah Almighty reward each and every one of us immensely. Ameen bi jahin nabiyil ameen sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum.